So you know on this channel we're a fan of airgun shooting. So today I have purchased some new targets. They've arrived. They are by, the shop was called Garden Mile. They branded them as Garden Mile 3-piece targets. Now I've got the box. It looks like it's HHH Hunting 3-piece crow target set. So I'm not really sure whose it is, whether Garden Mile have kind of rebranded this and claimed it's theirs when they've just bought a load of these and sold them as their own, or whether HHH Hunting, you know, I'm assuming Garden Mile is just a shop that sells bits and they've got these in. So, not that it makes any odds to me. These were, I think they're about £9.89, £10 these cost, so they weren't extremely expensive. The steel alloy, so they should be able to take pellets. Obviously pellets are lead, so there's no reason why the target should get damaged. The only thing I can think of is the target getting moved back when it gets shot. If there's not much weight in it, then it might start slowly kind of peeling back and peeling back. Usually, you know, as long as you're hitting these on target, you don't really, obviously always have a backboard, but in theory the pellets should just be flattening on it. They shouldn't really be bouncing off. You know, they shouldn't be able to pierce a hole through them. So we'll kind of see what kind of quality they're at now. So we'll open the box. Right. So here's our targets. This is how it's come in the bubble wrap. I can already see what people are on about. So before I did buy these, the complaint was, let me place these down. The complaint was that the stake that goes into the ground for the feet, so that's this point here, is a bit flimsy. You can see it's already thin, and yeah, as you can see, it's bendable. It is bendable, so this probably won't be ideal for any tough ground. This is obviously going to be, you know, soft mud. I mean, I'd say sand, but I can't really see any reason to be putting this in sand. I don't even think it would hold its own in sand. It would just go and flop. But I can see what they mean by that. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a problem, but we'll have to see. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, these are black painted as well. So what I'm going to do is we're going to set these up and we're going to start shooting at them. We'll see how it takes the pellets. Hopefully the pellets should just kind of flatten. Like I said, on against it, it shouldn't be the case of putting holes through the thing. I guess the big test as well is if it's just going to hit it and knock it over, or whether this is just going to stay in place. Obviously, I guess it depends how deep we put that in the ground, so I'll make sure that's in the ground nicely. We're going to see what noise comes out of it, because obviously, you know, we all love a bit of can shooting, so we'll see what kind of pinging noise it goes. The paint, I'm not going to assume it's going to hold up, to be honest. I'm going to assume it's going to start chipping away at the paint, of course. But I usually just buy a cheap can of spray paint you can buy off anywhere, DIY store. Most shops sell them now as like car spray paints. It's something you'd never put on your car, but they sell them nonetheless. But they're handy to respray these. I've got a couple of targets that are painted the same, and I usually just have like a £2 tin of spray paint. I can top it up once I'm done, so we don't really get any rust on it, as it is steel alloy. And sometimes it does have a tendency to rust and crumble a bit, for what I've learned from some targets that I have. So we're going to go and chuck these in the ground, and then we're going to start shooting at them and see how these perform, you know, see how they sound. And we'll get our final thoughts after that. So yeah, I'm going to go outside now, we're going to set them up, and we'll see what we can do. So we've got these here. The weather is not the best today, so I'm just going to try and stick these in the ground as quick as we can. Jeez. Yeah, you can kind of see what it means. It seems pretty solid. I can see what they mean about digging it into the ground, because our mud is a little bit tough, ironically. I guess it'll soften up shortly. And then I'll stick this on here. Oh, that was a lot easier to go in. But there's quite a bit of wobble on that one. So that one's going to be an interesting one. And then we'll just put another one about here. There we go. So there they are set up. You can see a bit of a wooden backboard there. This is all going to be redone at the back, so it's not too much of a problem. So let's go inside. Let's do some shooting. I was hoping to set a camera up out here, but it's lashing it. So I don't think that'll be the sensiblest idea unless I can get my GoPro out. So we've got ourselves set up. We're out caught, 168 bar pressure. Got our magazine. So we're going to be using some .7 Diablos, and then I'm probably going to get I've got a brake barrel, and the brake barrel does .22, and I've got some quite pointed .22 pellets. So we'll see how they go. So let's just get this loaded up. Got a bit of a backboard at the back, just to kind of protect us a bit, but to be honest I don't intend on missing. Safety glasses are on, which you will see. Safety first, as always. Right, so we've got this now. Right. So, but let's just have a go. I'm going to have to probably try and lean the microphone on something. It's not going to hold well on me. So let's have a go. Let's put the microphone here, like so. Hopefully you can hear me all right. Let's take the caps off the gun. Right, let's give it a whirl, shall we? Bit of shaking her, but not too bad. Go for a headshot. Boom, headshot now. Pretty stable, and then the last one, headshot. Right on it. Beautiful. Let's see how quick we can go through this map. Not bad. Seems to be taking them pretty well. I'm going to go and check on the GoPro, and then what I'm going to do is turn this beeping off. I'm going to go check on the GoPro, then I'm going to get my .22 and we'll see how it fares. There's a bit of rattle, but it seems to be pretty solid, but the .22 is a brake barrel. It's got quite a bit of slap on it, so we'll see. So let's go and check on the GoPro first. Right, so as you can see, Super Fields. So this is another gun I have, which is probably my first proper air gun. An Air Force One. So this is a .22. We've got a couple of .22s in this tin. Dome, I've got some pointed ones too, so I might grab the pointed ones. But this is going to be a bit harder to do. So I don't know how easy it's going to be to film. Bloody hell. You forget how loud these are when you move to a PCP. But seems to be holding up very nicely both guns, so let's go and inspect them. Hopefully the GoPro footage has come out quite nice. So GoPro still rolling, that's where we like to see the rain stopped. Here we are our targets with my dodgy backboard. So as you can see, they've chipped the paint off them, but they don't look damaged. Same here, same here. Some pretty nice shots, and it's a pretty nice shooting target. Let's pull her out the ground. Legs haven't bent. See the steel alloy there, so obviously I'm going to have to keep respraying it every so often just to keep them looking nice and pretty. But bar that, I'm pretty impressed for 10 quid. Simple as that, you cannot complain at all. So I hope this video's been interesting. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you like this new outro I've just made too.